C. Landing gears. Condition of the type of the acceptance and interchange. The following condition of the type of the acceptance and interchange. The load support. Landing gear must be suitable condition to properly support the trailer, chassis, and load condition and securement. Landing gear must be properly secured with the trailer and chassis complete as the component of the parts. Satisfactory operating condition. Clearance of landing gear of the trailer and chassis will be while loaded with the rail car must clear with the car floor. Other affixed obstructions all times not less than 2 inches to prevent the damage. Maintenance operation, maintenance, repairs, and lubrication care and possession of the trailer and chassis should be provided with a good maintenance to the landing gear and include the minor repairs and lubrication. Raising the landing gear must be raised sufficiently above the car floor with the grounding before the move of the trailer chassis to prevent damage. Lowering the landing gear. Trailer chassis landing gear must be properly lowered before disconnecting the tractor of the trailer to the chassis. D. The refrigeration and heating. The 55 conditions of the type of the acceptance interchange for the mechanical units. The following air conditioning type of the acceptance interchange stencil fuel type. Trailer containers equipped with the mechanical units shall be stenciled in letters not less than 1 inch high, but indicated by the type of the fuel used. The drive unit with the capacity of the fuel tank stenciling shall be located adjacent to the unit. The fuel tank filled with the cap. The type of the fuel used in operating mechanical units and subject to the restriction provided in Section A of Rule 17. Satisfactory operation condition. Time of the interchange loaded the trailer with condition container under a heating the refrigeration mechanical unit with satisfactory operation condition. When evidence indicates the defective mechanical unit improperly inside with the air temperature of the trailer and container may be refused to interchange sufficient oil and fuel. At the time of interchange, the load trailer with the container used in heat and refrigeration, the mechanical unit shall be sufficient with oil and fuel to ensure 24 hours continuous operation. 56 vacant. 57 maintenance. The courier possession of the trailer and container shall provide with the proper maintenance for the heating of the refrigeration, include the immediate repair necessary to maintain lighting protection. Cost of the repairs may also result from such a maintenance as may be billed against for the owner, except for the full fuel provided the non-expense for the owner. When the division sheet of the contractor provided with the otherwise provision with the rule do not apply, the portable units, trailer container equipment with the portable units may be refused the interchange services. Handling, reporting, and accessory special equipment removal of the items and stencil the name and number of removal of the item of the company with the open top of the platform. Flatbed trailers must be stenciled and not less than 1 inch higher, bigger than suitable location for the trailer, preferably front portion of the bulk hod. Remove the items include chains, binders, the cable to tie down devices, tarpaulins, including securements, tarpaulin bows, bows, rear header bar, or high-sided open top of the bulk head with the delivery with the carrier responsible for delivery care of the responsibility for any of the removal items listed in the Rule 71. The stencil card on the trailer when missing the trailer is offered the interchange handling care of responsibility, securement of the equipment, the proper replacement, securement of the trailer and the tarpaulins for the tarpaulin bow, the rear header bar, and the side sections and end gates, etc., which remove the facility loading and unloading responsibility for the care of the possession of the trailer. Tarpaulins bow to loaded trailers loaded upon the opening of the trailer and interchange with the equipped with the tarpaulins bow. The tarpaulins bow must be in the proper position. The tarpaulin spread with the secured in the event of landing of such nature with the tarpaulin bow cannot be applied but they be placed in the proper storage receptacle with the trailers if so equipped the company with the load. If possible, the equipment cannot be forwarded in either manner. Provision should be made with the ship of the same with the trailer owner of the property identified at the expense for the care of return of the equipment. Equipment at empty trailers when emptying open top of the platform type of the trailer is often interchanged with it is equipped with the tarpaulin bows inside the end gates, etc. Tarpaulin bows inside end gates must be properly placed with the secured trailer, placed in the proper storage receptacle when the trailer is equipped to be secured with a head border and the deck of the trailer. When the side of the end gates are up in the right up position of the trailer, the bow must also be in the proper position. The tarpaulin must be properly stored. Chains, binders, and cables tied down devices must not be laced, allowed hanging over the rubber rails of the flatbed trailer cars. F. Handling car responsibility. Damage may be caused. Handling cars responsible for damage may be caused accident of any type at any time of the on or off the rail car, storm, flood, explosion, and concealed fire with the inside of the concealed fire with the handling lines with knowledge of the same while the unit is in possession. Failure to properly handle the unit on and off car. Failure to properly close and secure the doors. Contamination, loading of the contamination commodities such as animal products including hides, pelts, skins, glue, stocks, manures, fertilizing compounds containing odor, the meat, refuses of all full tankage waste from the slaughtered animals, bones, horns of the contaminated or dried blood or towel. Copra, fish scrap, fish meal, shellfish, bulk, shell for the clam, the mussel, oyster in raw state, and the contaminating odor, asphalt or natural asphalt compounds, byproduct of petroleum, creosote, petroleum materials, black, carbon black, all types, graphite, black, lead, plumbago, poisonous chemicals, the compounds containing the bulk, the scrap batteries, vehicle components, including the loose and the bulb, scrap metals, the leaking oils, grease, and such as not limited to the axles and differential engine blocks, and transmission loose metals, shredding of the shavings and not in bales, the containers, bulk municipal waste, bakery waste, 82. Damage. Evidentially, handling container is responsible for the damage as follows: the metal door gate and sheet of the post, the cross member of the brace, for the support of the cut of the torn, the thickness of the metal, and such of the cuts of the tears covered with the tape of the caulk or tar. Metal door gate sheet of the post, the cross member of the brace, the support with the proper operation function of the unit is impaired, with exempt with the cause of deterioration due to the corrosion of the decay. Clean interior under Department of Transportation under ride guard missing and bent and cut with Appendix B 15 83 losses. Handling cause the carrier is responsible for all the losses of the following: theft of the trailer containing the chassis of the bogie, known as known theft as part of thereof, the door of the gate missing, removal of the side and sections missing of the tire tube of the rib, missing a sign equipment that outlined Rule 71 with accompanying the trailer at the time of the interchange, missing of the components part. It's essential for the operation of mechanical units, the refrigeration and heat. 84. Contamination commodities. Loading restriction. The trailer conditions must not be loaded with the contamination commodities unless the trailer and container is sensible to the owner with the contaminate loading only. With the front of the vehicle not less than 4 inches in letters and identified with the official intermodal equipment interchange registration, otherwise specifically authorized owner reporting contamination loading with handling it is not responsible for the contamination load is shut with the furnace information units inspection for the indicated original occurrence originating carrier, which should be responsible for the owner reconditioning of the trailer container. 85. Temporary repairs. The handling carrier shall be responsible for the correction of the temporary repairs outlined in Rule 101B. 86. Damage by a non-subscriber. The railroad owned or leased units. When the railroad owned or leased units, damage destroyed with the possession of the non-subscriber of the trailer of the flat car or the container of the flat car interchange rule with the subscriber delivering the unit of the non-subscriber shall be responsible to the owner for the damage to the destruction unit with the possession of the non-subscriber. A non-railroad owned lease unit with a non-railroad owned lease unit with the damage is destroyed while the possession of the non-subscriber the trailer of the flat car on the container of the flat car interchange responsibility settlement of damage and destruction in accordance with the individual contract. G. Ordinary maintenance. 88. The repairs and owner responsibility. Repairs, renewal, the replacement of the following the components shall be in expansion of the unit owner except that they are directly associated with the component section F. The damage. Dolly wheels, hand shoes, axles, manifest backs, door lock, bar handles, door tie backs, lights, and initial numbering markers, including signboards, conspicuous treatment consistent with the regulatory agent's rule marking mandated with the units manufactured after December 1st, 1993. Mud flaps, brackets, broken batteries, caulking, sealing seams, old patches subject to the provision Rule 100 containing securement devices, handling safety latches, refrigeration cabinet doors, battery boxes, axle spindles, hub assemblies, and lubrication failure to do the insufficient lubrication, replacement of the repair of the glad hands, interior lining including posting interior landing gear, the components closed trailer and container roof bows, floor, decking, the sliding tandem, the removable locking bars, components securement including the bolts and rivet and welds, repairs, brakes, the components and except for the repairs sufficient due to the accumulation of ice and snow, brake adjustment on the trailer chassis is not equipped to the automatic slack adjustment. Adjusters may be performed upon the driver's request, in which the case for the driver's signature is required must be maintained on the file. Damage to the first 3 cross members behind the grid section of the trailer is not originally and with the grid extension plate. Trailer chassis location locking assembly lift pads lading gear operation cross shafting tank control container components replacing a dolly crank handle cleaning adjustment electronic connector socket Federal Highway Administration periodic certification and regulatory standards and renewal of the replacement including application of vehicle license plates and registration papers roll up doors and side doors. H. Repairs and billing. Detailed procedure for more detailed procedures. H. Repairs and billing.